Well, hello and welcome everybody to another training with me, your host Justin, in the University of Freedom. And I'm going to do a financial class today, and we're going to talk about money. And I'm sure that if you're either as part of our empowerment network or you're in any other business, or you just live in life, money's an issue. And I really take exception to some of the training that financial planners and people give young people about money. And I got some of this bad training when I was young, and it wasn't until I started getting to hang out with millionaires like Tony Rush and just other financially wise people that I was able to truly learn about finances. So we're going to watch a video that I saw as an ad, and we're going to talk about some of the silly things that they are teaching young people about money, and we're going to go through this together. So just bear with me as we kind of play along here and talk money. And money should be viewed appropriately, right? It's not supposed to be your master. Money should be your slave. You should look at money as a tool in a toolbox. And the goal with the accumulation of dollars isn't to make a lot of money. It's to have a lot of tools to do a lot of cool things. So this is a commercial that I saw, and it just drove me insane. And so we're going to talk about it, and we'll pause it and talk about specific things.
I'm a new medical student graduate.
Congrats.
Thank you. I'm graduating on Thursday.
Oh, my little man's bringing in all his piggy bank worth of money here. Okay, so now I'm going to have a screen
with
freeze.
about $235,000 in debt.
Okay.
And
$235,000 in debt.
How to save for the future.
There are a lot of hospitals that will pay off your student loans. If I were you, I would see if you can find an.
Okay, let's just start right here. $235,000 in debt? This kid's probably 25, maybe? Doesn't even have a job yet, and he's $235,000 in debt? That's retarded. Well, first off, the first financial advice she gave is ridiculous. This kid doesn't need to be worried about saving for his future. He needs to worry about getting out of debt, because there is no investment alive that can outrun compounding interest. Right? So the whole point of investing is to be able to develop interest, but there's nothing that's going to beat that student loan interest rate or a credit card interest rate or whatever debts he's got.
That does that for you.
I would love your advice on what you think is the best way to go about paying back, over $100,000 worth of loans.
Again, $100,000 in student debt? Are you effing kidding me? What is wrong with these people?
Always want to choose to pay off the highest interest rate debts first. But the biggest return that you're going to get at this point is probably from putting money into a retirement account, and that's definitely something that you should be doing.
Okay, I'm going to take exception with that. You're telling me that if she puts into a 401k that maybe earns 3.5% to 5%, that's somehow going to give her some sort of advantage over the $100,000 in debt that she's got? Now, I agree with the lady that you need to go out and you need to pay off your highest interest-bearing accounts first. But the advice that I got is don't even bother saving money if you're still paying off debt. Because, again, there's nothing out there that can outrun compounding interest. Einstein called compounding interest the eighth wonder of the world. Right? Everybody knows the story of which would you rather have, $1 million now or a penny that doubles every day for 30 days. Hopefully you know that you want the penny that doubles every day for 30 days because it ends up being way more than $1 million. And that's another term that you're going to have to learn, and that's called delaying your gratification. One of the keys to wealth and success, because we want you to be extremely wealthy with Empowerment Network. And in order to do that, you're going to have to learn how to manage your money a little bit, because you don't want to be one of these idiots that makes a lot of money and still broke because you don't know how to manage your toolbox. So let's look at some of the other advice they give.
3%. And I borrowed from them for the last year.
Okay. What's the payback structure with your parents?
So far, it's I'll pay you back.
Got it. Well, then I would do all your loans like that in the future.
Oh, yeah?
You should absolutely, like today, when you get to work, go talk to the benefits people and ask them what there is.
Okay, well,
Nothing.
yeah, I never thought at 26 that I should be thinking about my retirement plan, but I guess that makes a lot of sense.
Well, okay, and I don't disagree that at 26 you ought to be thinking about your retirement. But you ought to be thinking about getting your ass out of debt first, lady. Because retirement isn't going to matter if you're still $100,000 in debt and you're bankrupt when you're 40. Right? There is absolutely no reason that this young lady should be thinking that, oh, I'm going to go put in a few $100s into my 401k and that's going to save me and I'm going to be able to retire on that. Financial planners now are saying you need to plan financially till you're 105, and you're not taking into account all the inflation and the dollar dropping and all that. My advice is get out of debt, and get out of debt now, lady, and don't worry about your retirement. Worry about saving for retirement when you're out of debt, and stop borrowing money.
The more you invest when you're young, the more time the money has to grow, and the less actual dollars you have to put away.
You know, I'm realizing that I never even really took a good look at all of the benefits that my firm offers me.
You're putting yourself into an income environment now where you've not been for the last several years, and so you just want to make sure that you're not in over your head and that you put yourself in a situation.
Not in over your head. The dude is $235,000 in debt. Hello. Who didn't tell him that he's in over his head when he got in about $1 in debt? If you're $1 in debt, you're over your head. The Bible says that debt is the devil, right? That if you are in debt, that you should go beg and plead to get out of debt. What kind of retarded advice is that? Don't get over your head. $235,000 in school loans, that's okay, but don't get over your head.
Uncontrollable, that at no point you feel underwater.
Dude ought to be feeling like he's drowning
The
now.
real question is, what do you want, and how do I get from where I am today to where I'm going tomorrow?
Yeah, now, so, again, I'm sorry, but this was just the most ridiculous advertisement and advice I've ever seen given to young people. First and foremost, all you young folks out there, if you're thinking about college, stop, because you're looking at investing into your brain. That's perfect. I love that you want to invest in your brain, but there are better investments, right? You don't have to get into massive debt to be able to go get an education. And I don't care if you want to be a doctor, you better figure out a way to not have to do it in debt. Now, that's great that there are some hospitals that may pay off your debt, but you better be really good. That kid may be a D average student, right? He might have just barely got out of med school. So what are the chances that some hospital is going to do that? And what hospital has enough money to be paying off a bunch of doctors' student debts? Last I checked, the medical industry was not doing so good either, and the government was having to take them over. And I don't think the government plans on paying off themselves, since they're the ones issuing all the student debt. All right. Now, I don't really have a lot of other cool screen capture stuff, but I just want to share some principles of financial management. First off, do not worry about saving until you pay off all your interest-bearing loans. I'm talking your mortgage, I'm talking your car, your student loans. If you're not debt-free, forget about saving for retirement, because you're never going to be able to catch up with that compounding interest that's going against you in your car, your mortgage, or anything else. There's no investment. There's no 401k. There's no stock market plan. There's nothing that's going to outbeat compounding interest. The only way you can do that is to be able to make a lot of money and to be able to pay off your debts. And the only way that I know to quickly and easily make a ridiculous amount of money is when you join the Empowerment Network. Right? That's the shortest, fastest, easiest route that I have found to be able to make a lot of money. Now, there are other ways out there, and I'm not discouraging you from doing whatever your calling is, but I do recommend that you join now and you get started with us, because you can share videos like this and learn how to make money by teaching people truth about money. You see, the truth is that financial planners and people like that, they make money by you investing in 401ks. They make money by you being in debt. The banks want you in debt. The government wants you in debt, because then you're beholden to the debt holder. Right? They own you. You're a slave to your wage that pays off your debt. We don't have a debtor's prison anymore. but it's just your life. How many people do you know that are living a life that they don't like because they're in debt? Right? So listen, my whole point is start finding ways that you can get out of debt. Because, and now maybe you're saying, Justin, I can't afford Empowerment Network's training, or I can't afford to advertise. Okay, so let's work out a plan and a budget, and let's start paying off all your bills so that you can afford to do something. Right? If you're sitting there telling me, oh, Justin, I can't afford to get all in with Empowerment Network and learn all the tips and the tricks, and I can't afford any advertisement because I'm so far in debt, because I'm an idiot that's got $235,000 worth of student loans and no job, well then, let's start looking at what you spend every day. What's your net income versus your outgoing expenses? Where can you make cuts? Where can you stop going to Starbucks for $5 coffees? Stop drinking beer. Stop drinking soda. Stop going to McDonald's. Take a bag lunch to work with you every day. Walk if you can walk. Save gas. Cut your cable. Shut your TV off. Do those kinds of things that are going to help you learn to manage your money better. You know, when I got out of debt, I was $100,000 in debt, and I was ignorant like everybody else. I had a bunch of student loans, and I'd done some stupid things when I went to business school. I didn't know any better. I went and learned from a bunch of broke people how they became broke in business. And then after I got tired of learning how to be broke in business, I started hanging around with people that had made money in business and were wealthy, and they taught me how to be a wealthy person. Right? So that's what I'm trying to teach you. I'm trying to help you see what the wealthy see when it comes to money versus what broke people see when it comes to money. I guarantee you find a wealthy person, they are very much, if you find a wealthy person, they are very much a frugal person generally. Especially if they've had to earn it the long, hard way. Now, Empowerment Network, you can make money really fast, so there are probably some idiots with money out there, right? But that's okay, because they can learn. But I'm here to teach you and anybody on my team, I want them to have intelligence when it comes to their tool of money so that they can learn to live on 75% or less of what they make, and you're saving 25% every month. Now, when you get out of debt, I'm all for saving, and I think you should be saving not 10%, not 12%, 25% or more of your monthly income ought to be going towards savings, because every 4 months earns you a month of freedom. Robert Kiyosaki talks about money like this: how long can you live when the money dries up? That's wealth. Right, so my goal for you, my goal for me, my goal for my son, my goal for your children is that they can live their entire lives. Like, I want to be able to be Moses old, I want to be able to be Noah old and not run out of money. And I want the same thing for you, and that's why I want you to join the Empowerment Network now so that you can learn how to make money fast, how you can make money easier than any other way, and you can leverage the power of the internet to be able to do so. And I look forward to being able to help you do that. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me. Again, my name is Justin. Welcome to the University of Freedom, and you have a fabulous day getting rich with Empowerment Network.